And you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
39.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And some room to work. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Well, partner, let's look ahead to the NFC Championship game while we got a second. Sunday, 3 Eastern, Rams, Saints. What do you think about that matchup?
I'm loving the matchup, and it's right back at the site where they played in the regular season. And the Saints got out to a 21-point lead, and the Rams reeled them in before the Saints won it by 10 down the stretch. Here's where I think the biggest matchup of the game is. Marcus Peters.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
Looking deep for Julio. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They give him a gain of 37. They come out here in the eye. They'll run here with Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Charles, let's assess the Denver Broncos right now. Of course, they're going to have a new man in charge by the time next season rolls around. Vance Joseph let go. Second straight losing season. 6-10 this year, 5-11 the year before that. And you've told me this before. I think that was the first time they've had back-to-back losing seasons since the 70s.
Yeah, when you think about it, it's just not normal for the Denver Broncos in that franchise. But they do have something to build on, though. Think about what they did with Philip Lindsay, an undrafted free agent out of the University of Colorado. He had a big year at running back. I like what they've done at receiver with Cortland Sutton and Deshaun Hamilton. They're going to continue to get better. The defense stays strong. Even though they finished number 22 in the league last year, they can make a jump and rebound, I think, in 2019.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Lindsay, the undrafted free agent, had a great college career at Colorado, but what he did to start this season and the way he came out of the gate, really impressive.
And sometimes guys just fit NFL teams where maybe you didn't see it coming. Because Phil Lindsay, as you mentioned, had an excellent college career at Colorado, but different question marks from different teams about size. Can he do this? Can he do that? The answer is he can do just about everything, and especially his ability to get out into open space out in the backfield and create big plays downfield. That's working quite well for him in the early going.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. Well, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the gun, it's Keenum. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
For the Falcons, Charles, we've talked all year about the injuries that they had in 2018, and you kind of touched on it earlier, too. It's hard to get around them, though, when you look back at this past year. So they go to 7-9, and I know that that's not what they wanted, but with all the injuries, is that okay?
It would be if you didn't think you were going to the Super Bowl. You know, if you didn't think you had a chance at that, and they did going into the season. But when you lose your starting safeties in Ricardo Allen and Keanu Neal, your middle linebacker Deion Jones for a long stretch of time, you end up starting 1-4. Then in the second half of the season, you have a 5-game losing streak. 7-9 is actually better than I thought that they were finishing because of those 2 long losing streaks.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Finding room at the 30. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. And he gets this one down to the 24. A big run there by Freeman. 59 yards for him on the ground. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, Tuesday. Ready to go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Flush to his right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
There we go. Space.
2nd and 10 now. Ryan eluding the pressure right. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Todd Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
He sets to fire. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Back alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Bronco. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Mary left.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Hey, we're good. 22.
Keenum to throw on second down. Over the middle, he's got Deshaun Hamilton. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Back onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They begin the drive with Coleman. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Here's Ryan to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, football, so I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. And they'll run it here. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
When you look at the geography, we're staring at this.
And he'll get in. Touchdown. Broncos have cut it to within a score. Solid job up. That one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Here's Coleman. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Derek Wolfe there on the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Freeman. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Got some real estate inside the 30. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A big play on the ground there. It goes for 36 yards.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through and picking up first downs.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. It's a foot race. He's at the 50, 30, the 20. A big run there by Freeman. 98 yards. So close. Well, that right there is the definition of flipping the field.
Trainer. Only reason I say that, you know he's going to need a little oxygen after that one. But what a scintillating run, and how much fun was that for us to watch it.
Great run. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Keenum now on the keeper. And no signal, but I don't think he got the surge behind center. No, he's going to be kept out of the end zone. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos are in for 6.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that clock, so some work to do.
I like that. I like how you're guarding against a letdown there.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This is Coleman. Through an opening, and there he goes. Touchdown, Falcons. Tevin Coleman, as the first half is winding down, and the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at the start.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Off the play fake, Keenum. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. The final shot before half for Keenum. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Following the fumble recovery, Keenum. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Hey, we're good, we're good. Hey, orange. Hey, go, Rodgers.
Shotgun snap for Keenum. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They do go for it. It's Keenum. Open man, and that's his tight end, Jake Butt. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort, picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Now Keenum again. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Terrific coverage in the end zone that time. Forced him out of the pocket to his right. I thought maybe try and run it there, but no one came open for him. Nice job by the defense of not getting out of their lanes.
Third and long. It's Keenum. Now he's going to let it go deep right side. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Keenum going to throw. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his 2nd there.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
On 3rd down, it's Lindsey. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
So they come away from this opening drive of the 3rd quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job 1, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And here now come the Falcons. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Sliding out of the pocket. The throw to the left side, caught by Coleman. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Partner, those are back-to-back 6-yard runs, and if they're going to continue to get those types of plays, shoot, you just keep running the same stuff, don't you?
Yeah, it was 1st and 10 and 2nd and 4. Now 1st and 10 again. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Gun! Gun! 22!
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. It's a 6-yard run. Leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with 3rd down coming up. Freeman again. Freeman a 1st down and more. Past the 20. And he's out of bounds, but not before a big pickup that time on what's going to wind up being the final play of the 3rd quarter. A field goal could get him the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
21.
It's Coleman here. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the 2nd score there. They get it to him running left. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Bryant's extra point up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Yeah, we're good. Yeah. No. Roger.
On 1st down, Keenum. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. There's Keenum now on 2nd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Look at the spin.
Balance.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Oh, that's about as tough as they come. You're driving to try to put the ball in the end zone and tie the game, and that happens.
It's exciting for us, wasn't it? Because we were thinking, hey, we might be headed towards overtime. Instead, it looks like this one may very well be done. And guess what? If you're a fantasy owner and you have that defense, you just had a big game, didn't you?
They'll try and run it in with Coleman. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
To throw is Keenum. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 rushing under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Tech McKinley in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They fake the handoff. Now Keenum. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's Desmond Trufant, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offensive coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
25 yards to pick up.
Track how G